Hi, good morning. I hope you're doing well on this really warm Friday. I was reading an article yesterday about having faith during trying times, like this pandemic. And like hope, faith at its core is deeply rooted in the expectation of good things to come. Yet so often it's tempting to think of faith as a kind of like magic formula. If you muster up enough of it, you'll live a contented life with automatic answers to all your prayers. But we know that life doesn't work according to any formulas. Life is sometimes hard, right? Really unfair. Horrible things happen. We suffer. But we're told that faith is trusting God and what He's promised, even when we can't see and may not experience those promises. Problem is, when that happens, I often rely on my own strength and ability and do and get the things I want for myself with my own power, rather than relying on the strength, power, and provision of God. Instead of trusting in God's gloriously good character and unshakable promises, I doubt and worry and fret and calculate. And in the end, you know what? More times than not, I screw things up. So, what exactly then is this thing called faith that we so desperately need? Well, we get an answer in the book of Hebrews. It explains, now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we don't see. Sure of what we hope for and certain of what we don't see. In fact, this is what the ancients were commended for. And the author gives us this stirring reminder of what constitutes true faith by reminding us of the lives of some of the Old Testament giants of faith. And as a result of their faith, some triumphed. They routed armies, escaped the sword, survived lions. But others met less happy ends. They were flogged, stoned, sawed in two. The chapter ends with these words. They were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised. I read that and I thought, gosh, life didn't work out the way many of them planned or hoped, yet they were giants of faith. And it's true. That picture of faith that emerges doesn't fit into any easy formula. In fact, in the Gospels, Jesus will tell us that if we had faith, even as small as a mustard seed, we could experience great things like moving mountains and throwing trees into the rivers, none of which is advisable. But what he really means is that what seems impossible with us humans can be more than possible with God when we have faith in him, even just a little bit. You know, right now our world is in chaos. This pandemic has thrown us into a real tizzy. It's messed up so much of our lives. And it's splintered us as a nation. If you ask me, we need faith now more than anything else. We need to know God is here and has our back, and that God is greater than anything we will ever experience. And because of that, we can make it through any and everything we will ever experience. But here's the thing. If I want faith like that for every day and every situation, I need to give up control and turn it over to God. See, having faith is believing God loves us and has our best interest at heart. And that doesn't necessarily mean life will be perfect. Actually, faith is perfected in the storms of life, forged in the fire. And faith is as important for life as the air we breathe. And while life can be hard, even at the best of times, faith is the knowledge deep down inside that things will get better. It's just like that saying, faith is taking the next step when you can't see the entire staircase. It's the idea that no matter what, I can hang on and keep on going. And here's the good news. We can all have that kind of faith. When we start to think back on all God has done for us, all God has seen us through, all the experiences we have had where the hand of God has been so present, those are the things that fuel our faith. You see, we need God in our lives if we ever expect to make it through this pandemic, make it through the heartbreak and heartaches and the struggles, the disappointments, the setbacks, the fear, the uncertainty. Heck, just to make it through life, period. So today I'm encouraging you to work on your faith. And if it isn't where it should be or where you want it to be, ask God for more of it. Be confident in the things you are hoping for. Trust that God knows what it is that you need and is already there. And if it's not what you want, trust anyway. Believe God only wants good for you, because God is only good. So please stay safe and stay home. Stay hopeful. Wash your hands and wear your mask. If not for you, then do it for someone else. And find the blessing today. I've got you in my prayers. Keep the faith, and I'll see you tomorrow.